Hey, what's going on everybody? So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to take home a Harbor Freight engine hoist if you don't have a truck or a van. So you can see here, I'm using the trunk of my car, and what you're going to want to do is unbox your engine hoist in the parking lot and take everything out and put it into the trunk. And you can see here that I have a pretty big trunk, and one thing I will mention with this top part of the hoist right here, the crane part, you see how it slides out? You got to be careful because that's not anchored to anything, and when you pick it up it can slide out, and you don't want it to slide into your car and damage your car. So that's just something to keep in mind. But you can see that I do have a pretty large trunk. This is a Mercedes-Benz S-Class. And if you have a smaller trunk, I believe everything should still be able to fit. And check to see if your seats fold down, because if they do, then that's going to create even more space. So keep that in mind. But you can see right here, everything fits, and the instruction manual is pretty heavy. It's probably the heaviest thing in this whole package. So you can see here, most of the packaging is just these, kind of like protectors. Now the legs are the longest part, and I had to put these in the back seat. And again, I have a pretty wide car, so the legs fit just fine. But if you have a more narrow car, I'll show you a method for how to store away the legs in the back seat and still be able to drive home. Now remember everybody, you don't want to be driving fast while you have all of these parts in your car, because they are heavy, and taking sharp turns at high speeds can cause the parts to slide and cause damage. So you want to drive pretty slow. And you can see here that the legs fit inside the car just nice. And here's the method that I'm talking about. If your car isn't that wide, you can just sit it on the floor and then let it sit on the door seal like that. And remember, again, just drive slow. Now, if you're prone to buying things like lemons, then you probably want to keep the box. And you can see here that the box is really manageable when it's empty. But if you know that you're going to keep the engine hoist and you don't need the box, you can just ask the employees if you can just kind of throw the box away in the bin out back. So, it's just something to keep in mind. But here the box fits just fine. And shout out to Mercedes for just having really strong leather. This is OG Mercedes leather from the W220. I can't speak for modern day Mercedes leather. I don't know what it's like. I hear it's vegan leather, but I don't know what that's like. But the OG leather is super strong, and I actually loaded this box fully loaded into the back seat, and it didn't damage the leather at all. So that was really nice. Now on to Harbor Freight's Easter egg for this item. You get a large Tetris game. Check this out. And so once you finished building out the engine hoist, you can play Tetris with your family or your friends. So that's really cool. I like that. Nice Easter egg. And if you're wondering if I'm going to pull out any engines or anything like that, nope. I just bought this engine hoist to do workouts in the garage, CrossFit, all that kind of stuff. Not going to be pulling any motors or anything like that. So thanks for watching. See you next time.